Jerem sat in the alley behind the old hollow and listened to the drowned out music mingling with the voices of the people on the main avenues. It was aggravating. Plus, he was slightly drunk. If only they knew how much money he was going to lose if he couldn't retrieve his stash back from the BMS. They were all so ignorant to what really mattered, Jerem thought, as he allowed his intoxication to soar, sitting upon an old crate. This had all better pan out, Jerem muttered to himself. Worry doesn't suit you, Mr. Gray. A soft melody purred from beside him. Jerem leapt in shock from the crate, nearly falling face first. You, don't do that, he shouted, pointing at his visitor. Who are you? My contact from the Bureau? Not who you were expecting, the speaker giggled, emerging from the shadows. It was the Linnet he had passed earlier when he had entered the club. Her yellow skin seemed nearly translucent in the lime moonlight. I know. Let's just get on with this, Jerem misdirected. Bureau personnel was shadowy at best description. The bottom tier of employment seemed normal enough. Simple contractors to lenders and bankers. But above that was a world that was hidden from the public. This Linnet was of those members. 1 minute, man, eh? Fine. The Linnet cooed. We'll skip the foreplay, she said as she threw a small diskette to Jerem. That is all the necessary blueprints you will need in order to reach your confiscated ghost. Picking up the diskette from the ground, Jerem retorted. And what about my escape? I have been told, the Linnet responded coldly, all traces of humor and banter gone, that the Bureau has no more interest in privatizing the development, research, or selling of ghosts on any level. It was and always will be a waste of money, the beautiful Linnet silently yawned, uninterested in the direction of the conversation. But Jerem attempted to interject. Look, the Linnet interrupted, finishing her yawn and beginning to walk out of the alley toward the main streets. I was given an assignment to deliver that intel and to tell you verbatim you have no further backing by the Bureau. What you do now is completely up to you, she said with an emotionless smile and a wave. But wait, Jerem grasped. Why is the Bureau helping now then? At this, the stunning Linnet turned around fully, her black-green hair cascading sexily as she shrugged. Don't know. I just do what my mission log designates, she said, turning a cold gaze toward Jerem. I can tell you this, though. If I ever do see you again, she turned her back to walk away. You'll probably be dead or dying, she giggled, waving in the air. She had only gotten 2 steps when a shadow literally leapt upon her from seemingly nowhere, struggling with her on the ground. Jerem looked on in astonishment for only a second before he bolted back into the club, hoping he hadn't just seen an urban legend. The shadowy figure held the Linnet against the ground for only a few seconds before she found the strength to kick it off, bounding backward to regain her footing. Well, if this ain't a surprise, she spoke almost to herself. Rumors had been drifting around that you might have resurfaced, she spoke now, more strongly as she crouched into a fighting stance. As she spoke, the shadow slowly coalesced from the ground into a standing position, its body twisting in upon itself to face her. Rumors that perhaps you were even the last Iblis himself, but I know what you really are, she spoke softly. As the shadow faced her, it slowly began to dissipate, loosening around its legs first, revealing blue-silver greaves climbing to sharp blades at the knees. You're the legacy of a legend reborn. Shadow fled from its right arm, revealing the same stylized gauntlets, sharp and foreboding from claw to bladed elbow. You're the rebirth of the original with the blood of the last. The shadow around the figure's face lifted slightly, revealing a jagged silver mask that covered the form's lower face, from chin to bridge of nose, its burning eyes relaxing to reveal dark, golden pupils. You're the truth of rumors, the shadow of death. With these words, the remaining shadow around the armored figure opened like 3 dark wings from its right side, revealing a silver breastplate that stopped just short its abdomen. As the shadow flapped open, 3 dark wisp-like tendrils of shadow flowed from the right side of its back as a powerful wind gusted through the alleyway, causing the Linnet's raven hair to blow wildly. You're the darkest seraph.